All right. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody who is learning new areas of their life. Like they're learning, is this too bright? They're learning, they're learning to access different areas of their brain. I feel like you're getting really strong right now. Wow, 22. Let's see what's on 22. Yeah, you're getting really strong and you're entering into new territory. God is our song. God is our song, and every singer blessed who praising him finds energy and rest. All who praise God with unaffected joy give back to us the wisdom we destroy. Give back to us the wisdom we destroy. So, okay, somebody who is learning new things about themselves, and as you learn it, you kind of change what it is that you're learning. Is like it's very human. I feel like um, you coming into consciousness and trying to fix and control what the creator has instilled in you and trying to be your own creator because you don't want to have to depend on anybody, including God. Unfortunately, this is how some people think. So this is what I'm getting. Like you want to create your own systems that you can follow and do what you want, and you don't have to keep referring back to some book with instructions telling you how to live your life. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's really rebellious. Okay, this could be a psychic, this could be a magician, this could be somebody with psychic abilities, a prophet, a prophetess. So you can see numbers, you can see patterns, you can hear God's voice, you can hear other people's voices. You might have been diagnosed with some sort of mental something going on. Um, all right. So patience, I see Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. This is what I feel like is developing in you. So it's not like it's not coming down on you. Energy is whatever you've been through or you're going through is going to build your patience. So you might be tempted in areas that cause you to be frustrated. Um, let's see, what are we? You might be tempted in areas that cause you to be frustrated. Some things might make you want to rely on yourself. Oh yeah, okay. So it's like a masculine energy. I'm talking to a feminine that's being tempted with becoming a masculine energy because it gives you more, well, you feel like it's giving you more stability. But even masculines have to rely on Christ. They don't just rely on themselves. And that's all I'll say about that. And we will give ourselves continually to prayer and to the ministry of the word. Is you maintaining the relationship with God, with Christ, with his angels, and not trying to break away and gain independence. Okay, if you continue to try and be independent from God, you're going to run into so many problems where you're going to need God. You're going right now. So trying to break away is going to separate you, although you cannot be separated from God. It's just going to kind of pull you in the opposite direction. But your journey is your journey. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever you're meant to discover, you're going to discover it. But I feel like it's going to ultimately put you in a space of being patient. So I'm picking up frustration. And he that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough. So I feel like it's really about people minding their own business, doing their own work, laboring on their own land, and not being worried about what you're doing. So if you feel like somebody is just watching you because they think you're beautiful and they want to learn how to be beautiful like you, they're going to be in poverty. They're never going to get what it is they're looking for. Even if it's like a woman trying to be a man because she feels like a man is stable or whatever, they're not going to find that what they're looking for. They're just going to run into more problems. But the person who minds his business and tills his own land is so different than the person who's worried about what you're doing, following after you for vain reasons. He's going to remain in poverty. Whoever that is, whoever that's meant for. Then we have Ace of Wands. So I'm Page of Wands to Ace of Wands. This is about patience. That somebody is testing your patience right now, and you're coming out on top. You're winning. And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him. But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. I heard that all day yesterday. Whenever I'm recording this, yesterday, I heard that verse over and over and over again. So this is what it's about. Okay. Right here. For I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayer and the supply of the Spirit of Jesus Christ. Okay. Somebody was trying to degrade themselves with the hope that people will leave them alone. I feel like you're just so precious to Christ, and people see that in you, that they want to follow you around and be like you. This is vanity. They want to be like you. Okay. And you feel harassed and stalked. So you try to defile yourself. You might be wearing raggedy clothes, or you might not wash as often. You might not comb your hair, etc. I feel like you're doing this with the attempt to dumb yourself down, like trying to blend in. Sadly, I feel like, unfortunately, you may be around some people who you consider to be very unkept. And so you're like, okay, I clearly stand out, so I need to look like them. So you're dressing kind of raggedy and hoping that people don't really call you out for being this, I want to say goddess, beauty queen, or whatever it is that they consider you to be. It's really the love of Christ, and to stay focused on that. Don't defile yourself. And don't attempt to defile yourself, because they love the spirit of you. It's not about the clothes you wear or anything like that. You could get tattoos, you could get piercings, you could shave your head, do all sorts of things trying to make yourself ugly. Is not going to work. They're just going to want more and more. And where's that going to lead you? Like, especially with your intentions being that you're trying to destroy this beauty in some way. Cover yourself with the blood of Christ. The Spirit of Christ, that's what's going to protect you. So I'm looking at, I could be talking to somebody who's of mixed nationality or something, like a zebra, and you just stand out. So basically, you need to be around your brothers and sisters in Christ, because that's how the zebras operate. When they feel like, or when they're being hunted predators, those stripes help them to blend in with each other. And so the predator, he's watching them. He can't see which one is which. He can't see who's going where. It's just like, just imagine like a hypnotic spiral. That's what he sees when these zebras run in circles around each other, and they're literally hypnotizing these lions. I don't know what happens after that, but that's what I'm hearing. Like, you need to find some beautiful people to be around who's not obsessed over you because they look just like you. 7 of Wands. And I feel like it's not far. God is going to lead you to these people, or he's leading these people to you. Mainly what I'm getting is, I don't know why I see AK-47 out of this. Like, I'm not making this up. That 4 looks like an A. But anyway, this is not some group. I'm not trying to say all these words, but this is not some diabolical group or anything. So okay, that's what I'm getting. Is and then this is Joan of Arc. It's almost like you're like joining an army or something. Maybe. I feel like it might be somebody. Don't feel intimidated by this group is what I'm getting. because you belong. You're part of them. You're part of whatever these people are. And you may not realize it. If you look in a mirror, like if someone was to throw a mirror at you and you didn't have time to dumb yourself down, you would be terrifying. So that's why people want to be your friend, because they want you to fight on their team. You're clearly a warrior. Handsome, high bone, dark hair. I'm talking to somebody. You have classic physical that are like, um, now I feel like I'm getting chatty. You know what you look like. Okay. I'm getting nervous. All right. This could be an Aries. This could be a Capricorn. Because y'all already know what that energy is like. Or you may have Aries or Capricorn in your chart. But it's basically people just getting addicted to you. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom and talk of thy power. Yeah, so they want to talk about you. So you might hear this a lot, like people wanting to tell you what you are, tell you how you are, tell you about yourself, but so excited to do it. Like, oh my God, you did this, that, and the other, or you're just so much like this, that, and the other. They just want to be in your energy. I feel like it's like almost like this. Don't be too mad about it. Don't be too upset, even though it happens 24/7 and you're over it. But it is what it is. But I feel like these people who you're linking up with are so over it. Like they're ready to wage some type of war is what I'm feeling. But it's all spiritual. Like they're really angry about, suffer it to be so now, for thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. All right, what's going on here? Christ is beautiful. He's calling people who are being plagued in the same way that he's being plagued to die to your ego. But this is something I feel like you've already been doing, and you're the one that's being called to rise up. I feel like you've died more than enough. You've died to yourself more than enough, and now it's time to really enjoy who you are and really gaze on your own beauty. Is this the same vanity situation? Oh my goodness, that leads to poverty. What is going on? He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough. Okay. So, all right. So I'm feeling like learning yourself, learning your spirit and communing with Christ is what makes you beautiful. But if you ever cross over into, starting to look up celebrities and thinking, oh, like now I'm part of this group, right? The beautiful people. And you start comparing yourself to these other people. It's a mental problem. It turns into cosmetic surgery and you feeling like you don't add up. But you focusing on yourself and loving Christ within yourself is what's beautiful about you. You looking outward, even if it's at the mirror. The mirror is not you. The mirror is a piece of glass. It's literally everything but you, and it's terrifying. But anyway, um, you trying to be your mirror, and I saw this somewhere. Someone said, "Be your own reflection." That is demonic. The mirror is nothing. The mirror is not a person. Is an illusion. You are the person. But I feel like that's going to lead to poverty if you were to try to be like other people, try to be like other beautiful people, and you start to lose what's making you who you are. It's just a little tiny glimmer of light that makes you who you are. And when you look at someone else and compare yourself to other people, you lose that light and you feel like crap. So don't be afraid to look ugly, because um you've now glued what beauty is to an image. It's not a graven image. It's not whatever people think. It's not a picture. It's not a photo. It's your spirit, and your spirit is free. So you can have a multitude of physical, what is it? facial expressions. You can sit all types of ways. You don't have to sit like a stiff board. You don't have to try and be a model, which is what I'm feeling. That is going to lead to, I mean, it might not be a materialistic poverty. Maybe you could get a good job and you could make a lot of money doing that, but spiritually you're going to feel poor. You're going to feel like crap, and you might start getting plastic surgeries. Now therefore thou truest now behold, thou trusteth upon the staff of this bruised reed, even upon Egypt, on which if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, unto all that trust on him. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm gonna close it here. But what I'm hearing is just like Pharaoh, the Egyptians were beautiful. Like, I don't feel like anybody's arguing against that. So they were also very vain. They really cared about their beauty, and they had a lot of rituals that were evolved around their beauty and their physical appearance. So as the scripture says, just like anybody who leaned on someone that sharp and that piercingly beautiful is gonna basically lean on a sword. That's how stable he is. That's how much he cares about the people around him. Is if you were to lean on him, you cut yourself. And so what I'm getting from that is that's not the road you want to go down. That level of beauty is this right here. This AK this group of people who are only thinking about themselves. They don't care that people like them and want to be like them and love them, and they don't care about those so-called weak emotions. They just want to attack, and it's awful. It's awful. So even I'm feeling like it's like a mean group. They might be really mean, even if they're attractive. They might have really mean spirits, mean spirited people. Because for them, pain is beauty, or beauty is pain, and as it is like being pierced by a cross or being nailed to a cross, and you're just like, you haven't gone through what I went through to be here. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to look at me and be in my presence. And this is not the group you want to be a part of. Or if this is a group that you technically belong to, or maybe I'm calling some people out right now. I definitely feel convicted. It's like we all have our sides, right? And we don't really know what beauty is, because God is the one who considers us to be beautiful. Is when we accept his spirit. And it may be something that you are uncomfortable. I'm talking to somebody who is rejecting that sensation of accepting Christ. And to him, he will consider that ugly. And maybe to the world that's drop dead gorgeous, but you know that you're miserable. You know that you feel like crap, but you're holding on to this beauty because it gives you power. And I don't know where this is going. I guess it's going back to this magician. When you feel like the power is yours, it's something that you can control, but it's ultimately about leaning on Christ. You lean on Christ, yeah, you will be pierced as well. Because you're dying on a cross, you're picking up your own cross. But what did it say about tending to your own garden or tending to your own land? That's where your riches come from. That's where that good spirit comes from. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread. So if I'm talking to, if you have acne one day, or you just have a sad feeling and you look kind of sad and frumpy, that's part of life.